Now, county governments continue to suffer as the National Treasury maintains the delay in the disbursement of funds. Our senior political affairs reporter Duncan Heimber explains what it means for the county governments and their struggle to remain financially afloat.
It was during Tuesday's memorial service for the late Governor Dr. Wahome Gakuru that perhaps the latest signal emerged of what tribulations counties undergo as they survive without funds.
How did Wahome Gakuru find himself in the Mercedes-Benz outside Nyeri when we had agreed with him because it was faulty? And he had told me about 3 or 4 times, my brother, he got into Itaniua. Wambogo, you remember?
The new county chief laid bare the reality on the ground that counties have been starved of their monies as a result of the deadlock between the Senate and Treasury.
We have that item in the budget to buy a governor's car. As you're speaking now, there is no governor's car. The vehicle I'm using, I borrowed from the Department of Finance. Is it true?
The National Treasury and the Senate are embroiled in a tug of war, with the former declining to release any funds unless the Senate rectifies the anomaly after it sent to Treasury a different schedule of disbursements, different from the one contained in the 3rd schedule of the County Revenue Allocation Act. It is this standoff that has crippled operations in counties, and now the Chair of Council of Governors, Josephat Nanok, is threatening to take legal measures. Senate Speaker Ken Lusaka, who is an immediate former governor, explains how difficult it is to run a county without funds.
The expectations of the people are very high. People expect that they are going to see changes. And I understand the pressure that the governors are now facing, especially the new ones, because you see, most of them were campaigning on the promise that they are going to do better than their predecessors. So 3 months or 4 months down the line, if they have not shown anything, then it doesn't sit very well for them as those who are starting. So
Lusaka says there are critical sectors within counties which require funds, and the prolonged starvation can cause serious ramifications.
When the funds are not there, and therefore maybe counties are not able to work on the roads, it affects basically all other sectors. Of course, another sector is health. You realize that most counties will want to purchase drugs. They will want to equip their dispensaries and the other health facilities. And again, if you don't have funds for health, then again, that is a big impediment to what you want to achieve. So those are sectors that will obviously be affected. Of course, education will come in because the ECDs are also devolved, and of course, water.
However, Cabinet Secretary for Treasury, Henry Rotich, says there is no cause for alarm.
Yesterday, we had a discussion with the Senate to quickly make the changes in the county allocation of revenue bill so that we can tie this together with the disbursement schedule and gazette, and then enables us to give us the full instrument to disburse the funds. So some of these things have been completely beyond the Treasury.
When they say everything is okay at the national government level, they are systematically starving the devolved governments. And they're taking us back to the areas around 1963-64, where deliberately the national government started squeezing and delaying resource allocation.
Even at the closure of the financial year, normally sometimes it's not possible that you have spent all the money. And unlike the other ministries where the money is closed, is locked with the financial year, this rolls over. So they can be able to operate for some time. But that's not to say that then what is supposed to go to the counties should not go. It's regrettable that there were a bit of challenges, there were anomalies in the disbursement schedule.
Having been the wearer of such a shoe and knowing how it pinches, Speaker Lusaka says he will be pushing for a quick solution to unlock the deadlock. This is the 5th month that counties are running without monies from the Treasury. Duncan Heimber, KTN News.